Good morning, Greenwich Primary Academy. I hope you're all well today, and I hope you also had a really lovely weekend. I know we actually had a little bit of sunshine over the weekend, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. It gave me even more of a reason to get outside, do the daily exercise, and to just spend a bit of time in the sun, which really lifted my spirits. Now, when I was outside, I started to notice something. I wonder if you had a chance to get outside over the weekend. Did you notice anything slightly different? The temperature was a little bit warmer, just a bit. But also when I was looking around, things started to look a little bit different. I wonder if you can guess what I'm thinking about, what I was able to see. I'll give you a hint, it's got something to do with nature. Okay. Maybe one of the things that you said was perhaps what I was seeing was actually plant life and things starting to come into bloom a little bit. Because what I've noticed over the past couple of months was, well, everything looked a little bit barren, a bit sparse, a little bit without life, really. We had lots and lots of plants, lots of trees, and all the leaves were gone off them, and all of that colour was absent. But I started to see little buds forming on some of the trees, and maybe that was something that you noticed. And I think that's something that really links well to our assembly today. So bear with me for a moment as I bring up our screen. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. Right. For those of you who are reading that title there, it is St. David's Day. I wonder if any of you know what St. David's Day is or who St. David was. Perhaps some of you have heard of them before, perhaps not. But let's have a little bit of a find out together today. So, what is St. David's Day? Well, St. David's Day is a really special day for anyone who is Welsh, because David is a patron or special saint for Wales. St. David's Day is celebrated on the 1st of March each year, which is today. So I'm sure there's going to be lots and lots of people in lots of different schools who are going to be talking about this and also celebrating it. And people in Wales and those of Welsh origin, well, they celebrate the life of their patron saint, St. David, on this day. And many people, well, you might be able to see that they're celebrating this because they pin a daffodil or a leek to their clothes, and some, especially children, wear traditional costumes as well. So there's lots and lots of different things going on for this celebration. But let's rewind a little bit. So we've got St. David here. What exactly is a saint? I'm sure some of you know, maybe some of you have heard of some other different saints. Maybe you can pause the video for a moment and maybe tell someone in the room of maybe some other saints that you know. The saints, well, they're generally thought to be men and women who believe in God. And they are believed to be especially close to God. Because saints have a very strong faith in God, they are often able to do amazing things and perform miracles. There's lots and lots of stories about this in the Bible. They are also extraordinary teachers as well. So as well as being really close to God, they're really good at teaching and showing what God believes and what those people who follow God believe. And they live their life often refusing material things or comforts. So their whole life can sometimes be focused on their own religion, and they're not worried about having the latest things or having anything new. They just want to have what they need so they can carry on teaching people about their God. So let's now go a little bit further. So who was St. David? Well, he was a real person, although lots of the information about him comes from different stories and legends. He was at the heart of a Welsh church in the 6th century. He came from a rich family in West Wales. His mother was a saint, Saint Non. His teacher was also a saint, Saint Paulinus. And he founded a large monastery in West Wales. And a monastery is a special place where people can come if they worship God, and somewhere where they can actually practice their religion in peace. He was one of the early saints who helped spread Christianity among the tribes of Western Britain. He became the Archbishop of Wales. His shrine became a great place of pilgrimage. And pilgrimage, maybe some of you have done this in your RE lessons, but a pilgrimage, well, actually, let's see if you can guess first. Before I go into it, see if anyone in the room can maybe say or explain what a pilgrimage is. Maybe you can tell someone in the room just for a moment. You might want to pause the video. And if not, we can all come back together. Well, a pilgrimage is usually a really, really special journey. It's when you go to a place for a religious reason. And once you're there, it's an opportunity and a time when you can feel that you can become closer to your God. So that was a bit of a whistle-stop tour of Saint David. And maybe some of you perhaps have celebrated it before. Maybe some of you have Welsh family, and you've maybe seen some of the different things that people have on their chest. But I want us to have a little bit of a reflection now, because I want you to take something away from today's session. So we've been thinking today about Saint David and about Saint David's Day. And we know this is a special day when people choose to remember Saint David's achievements. Now, David told his followers, "Do the little things you have seen me do. Do the little things you have seen me do." Now, I want you to think to yourself about what that could mean. What little things can we all do that, however small, are actually really, really important things? Maybe it's something that can make somebody else's life a little bit better. Maybe it's something that you can do to help to improve yourself. But just think, what could those little things be? Maybe it's something that you do every single day. And without it, well, maybe it'd be something that people would miss. So, after you have had a bit of a thought about that, I now want you to have a bit of a think about what you can do today. So what little things can you do today to make a difference like Saint David? And again, it doesn't have to be a big, difficult and unusual task. This can be something that is just small. Have a bit of a think, maybe tell someone in the room, what little thing can you do today? Maybe you can open a door for someone. Maybe you can make sure that your space is tidy. Maybe if you see someone, say, fall over, you could maybe help them up. Maybe you're working at home and you perhaps have a brother or sister who you know is maybe finding some things a little bit difficult. Maybe you could help them. All of these things add up. They can add up to be something really, really special. So I hope you've enjoyed that assembly today, and do go away and think, what little thing can you do today? And when you're all back next week, I'll really look forward to seeing what some of you have said and what little things you were able to do. Right. That brings our assembly for today to an end. I hope you have a lovely day today, and I really, really look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye-bye.